start. So in a transfacet OLLIF, when the anatomy doesn't let you go through the usual approach to the Cambin triangle, which is practical in this direction, especially in the 5S1, you have this transfacet OLLIF to utilize the axilla of the nerve to get an approach to the Cambin triangle, and practically this is the other side of the PLF. In the PLF, we make a medial window. In the transfacet OLLIF, we make a lateral window in the facet, and mostly it's more than facet. It's as well the bone that grows, what we call osteophyte, in all areas. The initial approach is again like like the OLLIF with the neuromonitoring probe and going there and literally docking this exactly where would give you trajectory to the disc. That is the initial approach, and then after that we put an initial drill here, and just while we are getting C-arm, AP and lateral, we go and dock it in, and with a small little drill, and we just dock it in, and then we dilate. After we dilate, we use a bigger drill, and the bigger drill is that, and again, this goes in, this is already docked on the bone here, and then over that we use the tube. So now we have this construct here, and we are stimulating. By the way, there is another piece of plastic goes over this, so it's insulated, and here is skin. Like OLLIF, we get AP and lateral at all time, and the trajectory takes us to the disc. Practically, you're stimulating now this at 10 milliamp. I think if you're insulated, we can even go much lower than that, but generally that is what I do right now. And then stepwise, we literally approaching these steps. Small drill, big drill, tube goes in. Small drill, big drill, tube goes in. Small drill, big drill, tube goes in, until, or here I can show it to you now in this angle, practically, until we have passed all of that, and we are in the Cambin triangle, and again we are still stimulating, and my experience is that I don't get anything. The lowest I have gotten any signal is 8 milliamp, meaning that at that point the nerve is very, very safe with that big instrument. And then at this point, then once this is, we have exposure, we are through the bone. Actually my tube is still there. Then the next step is that the small drill goes in, big drill comes out, then the dilator goes in.
Checking the microphone.
The dilator goes in, and then once the dilator is in,
we hear
the tube is in, and then all these instruments come out, and the rest of it is the OLLIF. Practically, we punch a hole in the lateral aspect of the facet and osteophyte, make it approach to this. I have done now probably closer to 30 of that. The result is actually fantastic. Not a single patient had a nerve root irritation after this, because that is no more different than a regular TLIF or far lateral approach, with the difference that we have to just take part of the bone off, all MIS, to get the approach. Whereas if the bone is growing too much, by us trying to come at a different angle, and sometimes that the bone, additional bone that's growing there, push us toward the nerve, and that's what we want to avoid. Imagine that, if the bone is growing to a point that it pushes you up or in different angle, and that sort of put more stress on the nerve root, whereas here, we force the bone away to get where we need to go. I have done like 28